Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about the Fool, which is the first card in the Tarot deck. In front of you, you see me improve my creativity by making my own version of the Fool. But in the most common card, which I admire, you see a little boy who is walking toward a cliff in a very foolish way. So, who is the fool? Even if it seems like he is not someone stupid or reckless, but just someone who feels a strong impulse, a very strong energy inside of him, and he decides to follow it, guided by his true essence. The fool is not overthinking before doing something, it is more like energy without limits, not thinking about consequences, just enjoying the moment. He's the first card of the tarot, but not number one. He's zero, the pure potential. It is like the total chaos before the creation, or maybe the second before you say yes to something that scares you. And in this drawing, without any fear, he is throwing a small airplane into the sky. Maybe to feel it better, try to remember when you were a child, when everything was new to you and you weren't afraid of it. This feeling of being alive, when you say yes before knowing how, when your road was free from any block, because the moment you release that little airplane, your dream, your ideas, once you let them go, there is no way to go back. And that is the Fool, a surge of uncontrolled energy, a moving force that refuses to stay still. In a reading, when the Fool moves toward another card, he brings fresh energy to it. He activates it. If he moves away from a card, he may be leaving something behind, not always because it failed, but because his spirit needs movement. He represents freedom, but also escape. He represents innocence, but also risk. There is always a little tension into the Fool, and that tension is alive. In astrology, the Fool is often connected to Uranus. Uranus is the planet of awakening. It is not soft, it does not move slowly, it breaks patterns, it disrupts routines, it pushes you out what feel comfortable. Sometimes it may shock you, but it does something else too. Uranus is the planet of authenticity. It asks one uncomfortable question: are you living as your true self or as the version that feels safer to you? When Uranus enters your life, something shifts. It pushes you to change direction. It's unexpected. You may leave something that feels stable, and it can look irrational to the others. It can look foolish, but from the inside you know it was necessary. The Fool carries that Uranian spark. He doesn't wait to be perfect, he doesn't wait for approval. He acts because something inside feels alive, and authenticity often looks like madness. Every card in the tarot comes after the Fool, the magician, who is the creator of everything, the Empress, who heals and brings beauty, the Tower, which destroys illusions. But before all of that, there must be this first impulse, the first risk, the first release, and without the fool, nothing begins. And maybe that's why this card can feel also vulnerable, because beginnings are vulnerable. They're uncertain, they're exposed, and they can feel exactly like holding this small airplane into your hand and choosing to let it fly. So, maybe the fool will ask you, where are you going? What inside of you is ready to move? What dream are you still holding? And what would happen if you let it fly? So, guys, thank you for watching. If this card speaks to you, tell me in the comments and subscribe. And see you in the next Arcana.